There we go. All righty. Well, hey, welcome to all of our parents, all of our students. We even have some fourth grade parents and fourth grade students, parents of fourth graders. There's no fourth grade parents. That's impossible. We have parents of fourth graders here, and we have fourth graders all the way up through 12th graders and parents. We're so glad that you are tuning in. Welcome to our spring 2021 parent meeting. Thank you again so much for joining us. We're hoping to keep this short and sweet. We want to give you lots of information. We're going to do a Q&A time at the end so that you'll feel free to write down any questions you have. We also have a number of our adult life group leaders here with us. And so parents, you're going to have an opportunity to join a breakout session with your student's life group leader after this, just to get to know them a little bit more and connect. So parents and students, again, thank you so much for being here. Let me go over a little bit of what we're going to accomplish today, the things we want to talk about. We hope to, let's see. Oh no, the presentation.
Well, as we wait, I'll do some stand-up comedy for you guys.
Here you go, JT, take it away.
So there's this one time that man, what's a bad story about me? Embarrassing.
You got a good joke for us, JT?
You know, I got 1,000 jokes, but I don't know if they're good. The students, FSM and JHM students, never laugh at my jokes during my sermon. So that's why I don't do jokes anymore.
That's when you know you're a legit pastor, though, JT. When the students stop laughing, that's when you know you're a legit pastor.
That's fair. Oh, there it is.
Thank you, Miranda.
And we back.
We back. All right, so here's what we're hoping to accomplish is we want to talk a little bit about our Wednesday and Sunday changes that are coming up. We want to talk a little bit about our online ministry updates. We're going to share some summer camp plans with you. We're going to discuss some staff transitions. And then, like I said, at the end, Pastor JT and I are going to do a Q&A time. And then at the very end, you'll get a chance to meet your student's life group leader. So Pastor JT and I are going to talk a little bit about Wednesday and Sunday changes. So JT, take it away.
Yeah, so I'm going to talk about Sunday programming, and today was a special day. Today, Sunday programming came back, and I just want to give you guys an update about it, parents and students. We had a great turnout between both services. We had nearly 80 attendees, which is super great. Kicked off a brand new series called Follow Me, where we're talking about just some individuals and people that didn't end up following Jesus, but had the opportunity to, did some impossible shot, worship, all that good stuff. And I just want to let you guys know, I know we announced it on Wednesdays, but I just want to share it here as well. We have 2 service options for your student at 5th through 8th grade. We have a 10 a.m. service, and all this is in E200 in a JHM room. The 10 a.m. service is a mask while always, so whether you're sitting down or walking around, we keep the mask on the whole time, and kudos to all the students and leaders. Everybody was following that, which I love to see. At 11:30, we have a mask on the move, which means if you're walking around, you got to wear a mask. If you sit down, you have the option to take it off, or you can keep it on. It's all good, however you want to do it. So we have those 2 services, which are really great. They're the same service. So if your kid comes to the 10 a.m., they'll see what they'll hear the same things at the 11:30. HSM parents and students, we want you guys to know that serving is something that God has called all of us to do, and we would love to see HSM students serving on Sunday again. I love seeing some of those HSMers out there, and it's just a great opportunity to serve the big church. You also can help out in FSM and JHM. There's many ways you can serve. You go to purposechurch.com/HSM serve. Talk to Pastor Eric, Pastor Claire. We're better together, and what a great opportunity to serve some of the older saints in the church, as well as just be a light for Jesus. So those are our Sunday updates that we want to give you. And now Pastor Eric's going to talk about some Wednesday stuff as well.
Yeah, so beginning June 23rd, we are going to split FSM, JHM, and HSM. And to be honest with you, parents, it has been such an awesome season for us as the student ministries team, being so connected with each other and being able to run program together. Because of our limited space and needing to do services outdoors, we brought FSM and JHM and HSM together. And I've been so proud of our team who has been planning amazing programs, who I'm so proud of each one of our life group leaders that are on right now who have been leading incredible discussions. And it has been an awesome season having all three of our student ministries together. But beginning June 23rd, we're excited to split back off into our sort of age and stage specific student ministries programming. So beginning June 23rd, FSM and JHM will meet indoors, E200 and E300. Also beginning June 23rd, HSM will meet indoors in the B building where we've always met before. Life groups will be happening indoors. It's been great to have life groups outdoors, but one of the challenges has been the weather and also just the noise and the distractions of outside. And so we want to give our leaders and our students an opportunity to have even more focused, intentional conversations. And so those life groups will be happening indoors. For now, we will be following the mask on always policy, and our hope is to move to mask while mobile, but we're going to kind of continue to see that. We want to be intentional and thoughtful about that process. We are going to be selling $1 snacks and drinks. These are going to be pre-packaged snacks and canned drinks, and they'll be safely served to your students. One thing I'm really excited about is that we're going to continue to do the same series with FSM, JHM, and HSM. We're all going to be preaching through the same series, and we're actually going to be talking about the book of Hebrews. And so all summer, we will be preaching through the big ideas in the book of Hebrews. But what I'm really excited about is we're going to be able to preach them in age-specific ways. So the FSM and JHM team will be able to preach that message to our 5th through 8th grade students. And then in high school, myself and Claire and our other communicators will be preaching to high school students, but we'll be going over the same topics. And the reason we wanted to do that is because parents, we want to encourage you and we want to invite you to have spiritual conversations with your students about what they're talking about on Wednesday nights. And we recognize that if you have a student in 5th, 6th, and then you have a student in high school, it can be really difficult to juggle all the different topics and things that we're discussing in those two ministries. So by bringing the same topics together in the same passages, our hope is that you as a family are set up to have really great spiritual conversations, which is why our team is going to continue to send out every single Wednesday night. I think we texted out at about 8:15 over our text updates. We're going to continue to send out family conversation guides, which essentially set you up as a family 2 times throughout the week to discuss the content that we preached on Sunday and Wednesday, so that you and your students can have deeper, more meaningful spiritual conversations. So we're going to talk about our text updates, but this is a great reason to subscribe to our free text updates because you'll get those family conversation guides sent straight to your phone. On June 16th, we are going to be doing an outdoor all-student worship and prayer night. So program officially is going to end for the school year on May 26th. We're going to take a 2-week Wednesday night break. We'll still have services on Sundays for 5th, 6th, and junior hires, but we'll take a 2-week break on Wednesday nights. And then beginning June 16th, we'll have an outdoor worship night. And then June 23rd is when we officially split off into our 5th, 6th, junior high, and high school programs. And so we are really excited for this next season. It's been, again, really great being together, but we are anticipating God doing really, really great things as we are going to be rebuilding our ministries and having a really good time with high school, 5th, 6th, and junior high. Also, if your students are interested in being a part of our worship ministry, Joe Tahatra has just done an absolutely fantastic job recruiting leaders. In fact, I think last Wednesday night, Joe was the only adult on stage, and there were like 4 or 5 students that were leading worship. And we love empowering students. And so if your student is interested in tech, if they play a musical instrument, if they like to sing, we want to get them plugged in. And so maybe just take a screenshot or take a photo of that phone number, 909-569-8522, or you can email her, Joe, at her Gmail account. She would love to get your student involved in ministry. I think there's right now about 15 students that are involved in our worship ministry. And as we're splitting off into 5th, 6th, junior high, and high school, we're going to have even more students leading worship. And so now's a great time to join our worship ministry. So next up, Pastor Claire is going to be talking about our volunteer adult life group leaders.
Yes, so it's been an incredible, crazy, wild season. And just like Pastor Eric and Pastor JT were talking about, there are lots of exciting things that we feel God is going to do in this next one. And so we wanted to take a moment to shout out our amazing adult volunteer leaders. So many of them are on the call right now. So if you want to give them a round of applause, give them a shout, wave to them. Oh my goodness. Seriously, our adult volunteer leaders have been the MVPs of this whole entire season. They have been so faithful to show up and be around every Wednesday night, connecting with your students and loving on them. And so many of them have even gone above and beyond. I'm sure you've heard of them scheduling Zoom calls or meeting with them, making sure that they get help plugging into serving on Sundays. So many of our leaders who are here right now, we just love them so much. We're so grateful for their faithfulness and the way that they love Jesus and love your students. So grateful for them. And if you have not gotten a chance to meet your student's life group leader, or if there's something that you want to talk about with your leader, we'll have a time, an opportunity at the end of this meeting where you and your students' leaders can go into a breakout session and you can just have some time to connect. So again, you'll have that opportunity at the very end of this meeting. So one more time, can we show our adult leaders how much we love them? Yay! Awesome. And then now we are going to pass it off to Pastor Jason for a ministry recap.
Yes. Welcome, parents. It's great to see every single one of you in this call. As we know, ministry has been looked a lot different this past year, but nonetheless, we've learned a lot. We've had a lot of fun, and we also grown a lot closer to God, and He's taught us a lot during this time. But I just wanted to go over just a couple of memories we have. One right here where me and our intern Nick were playing a game where we were smashing eggs on our heads, and it was just a messy time. But you know what? It was messy, but we enjoyed every single moment of it. And then also we have our outdoor. We've been doing outdoor Wednesday nights for the past, I don't even know how many months it's been, but it's been crazy just to have this opportunity, the resources to put on a program every single Wednesday night. And we're just so blessed that, for one, you're willing to bring your kids every single Wednesday, but for two, that God has provided us with resources and a team and a staff that is willing to go above and beyond and go past the precautions and just really bring your kids closer to God. And also here, we've had amazing nights with our student leaders who have just put on nights of mental health, and we've had guys versus girl nights and so many another one coming up soon too, the art night. And it's just amazing to see our leaders grow out and just be the leaders that God has called them to be. And also baptisms at the bottom left as well. And then we had our winter conference. It was the first time we put on our very own winter conference on campus. It was crazy. We had 16 salvations and recommitments, amazing memories, and just so many new students, and just being able to reach out and just have a fun time amidst of a time where we've just been so isolated, and just be able to come into community with each other. Also, another shout to our student leaders. They put on breakout sessions where they led their very own breakout sessions, going over various topics to bring to all your students, and they did an amazing job. We took videos of it, and it was watched over by our staff, and it was just an amazing time for our leaders to pour into other leaders as well. And then we're going to go into our online ministry update and what online ministry will look like with Pastor Eric.
So as we're beginning to bring more and more students back on Wednesday nights, and as we're beginning to move indoors, the question is, well, what does that mean for our online presence? And we have just seen God use our online programming to reach students way farther with way more effectiveness than we could without it. In fact, we've reached students from multiple cities within California, multiple states, and even in a few different countries. And so we're going to continue to offer our YouTube channel. We're going to continue to post online Wednesday night services. They will be much more simplified beginning June 23rd, meaning that we'll simply be posting a few announcements and then the message so that your students would be able to continue to connect along with the spiritual journey and the passages that we're preaching on. And so we're really excited about those. They can watch them online if they miss a Wednesday night, or if they want to revisit something that was talked about. You can also relive our camp experiences. Those are all hosted online. And then every once in a while, we're posting funny videos or devotionals, things for you as a family to enjoy. And you can find all of that at youtube.com/purpose students live. So if you're not able to come on a Wednesday night, if a student has to miss, we would encourage you to still tune in live at 7 p.m. on Wednesday nights for a simplified service so they can stay connected with what God is doing. As well, we're going to be offering Zoom life groups. So we'll continue to offer those online for students that need that. Our meeting ID will continue to be the same, 891-909-656. All this info is on our webpage on purposechurch.com/students. But this is for students that, again, can't come on a Wednesday night in person or are in a different place in the world. We want to be able to serve them and care for them with these Zoom online life groups. Now, Pastor JT is going to chat a little bit about our summer camp plans.
Yeah, the big summer camp, the big question. So we have a couple updates for you guys. We want you guys to mark your calendars. July 19th through the 21st, we're going to be doing a summer camp that's going to be Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So that's July 19th through the 21st. We're going to be doing it on campus at Purpose Church. Registration is going to open on June 6th. So you'll go to purposechurch.com/summer camp. And we're going to a little bit of the details in this presentation for you guys. So we can go to the next slide. What's going to look like is, so there's a bunch of different parts about this summer camp. So for the 3 nights, we're going to have night sessions, which is going to be from 6 p.m. all the way to 9 p.m. And how the schedule is going to look like is pre-party at 6 p.m. with food trucks. Shout out to food trucks. Students love it. Parents, I'm sure you love it. I love it. We're having food trucks every night. Then we're going to do a service. It's going to start at 7 p.m. So that's when we'll do worship, games, message, all those fun things. Then we'll transition into life groups, which is the best part of every camp we do. And then we have a parent pickup time at 9 p.m. So that's going to be our night session, what it's going to look like. Now we're going to get to day activities, and these are hopeful because we've been making a bunch of phone calls, haven't gotten the clearest answers. So these are going to be hopefuls as well as pricing when we get to the next slide. But this is what we envision this summer camp to be. So Monday, have a trampoline day. Shout out to trampolines. I know students can do like 50 backflips on a trampoline, so that should be a fun time. Tuesday, we're going to do some inflatable / a water day on campus, which is going to be great. And then Wednesday, the vision is, man, raging waters would be amazing to go to. So those are our Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday activities. And now the big question is price. This is an estimated price range. Like I said, we have made tons of phone calls, but we don't have tons of answers yet. So we wanted to give you an estimate because giving you something is better than not giving you anything, right? And we want to make sure you guys are prepared. So we have 3 different options that we want to provide. So we have a basic price, which would be like $50, which would come with a shirt, and the shirts are going to be amazing, and food trucks. The cool thing about this package is that means every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, your student would get to eat at the food trucks, which is super exciting. We have the a la carte, which is the second option, which we're kind of envisioning a 75+ range, which would be shirt, food trucks, and some of the activities that I talked about on the last slide. And then the all access one would be about $150, and it's going to come with the shirt, food trucks, and all of the activities. And this one actually will be at a more of a discounted rate too. So we wanted to give you that. These are estimated price range though. So our goal is to have a more set in stone price range very soon. We're really just working with the companies and trying to figure out what they can and what they can't do. So we will keep you up to date. So, but that's kind of our summer camp vision. It's going to be exciting. We have an amazing theme that we're not going to share yet because some students are on here and we want to really hype it up. But I will say this summer camp is going to be an amazing experience still, and we're really looking forward to see everything that God is going to do in this. So it's going to be a great time. Now we're going to transition into some announcements with our FSM and JHM coordinator, Miranda Van Beer. So Miranda, take it away.
Awesome. Thank you, JT. We have remind text updates. This is the easiest way to get information from us weekly from student ministries. All you have to do if you're in FSM or JHM is text 8 to 81010 your grade and your class. This is not only for parents, but also for students. So if students want to get updates, text these codes to your grade accordingly. And HSM also has text updates. Like I said, just text to what grade you are and you'll be updated in the loop for all things student ministries. We also have online counseling with Tanel Jones. If you feel that this would be beneficial to you or your families, we greatly recommend this resource. Here's all her information, and she does offer a free session for free for the first one. But yeah, now we're going to be going over staff transitions with Eric.
That's awesome. Hey, before we jump into this one too, one of the things I wanted to share is when it comes to summer camp, we are going to be also offering scholarships still. And so families, as we sign up, we recognize that price might be difficult, especially as we're coming out of COVID. We want to help as much as possible. And so we're going to be offering some scholarships so that your students can participate if that is necessary and helpful. So it's with a heavy heart, parents, that I share something with you that I know some of you have probably already heard, or maybe you've talked with Courtney a little bit. But Courtney and her husband, Andrew, and their two amazing children, Gracie and Graham, they are going to be moving to Montana at the end of this month. And I have had the privilege of doing ministry alongside Courtney for the last 8 years at Purpose Church. She's been at Purpose Church almost 12 years, but the last 8 I've been able to serve alongside her, and she has been one of the greatest gifts to our ministry and to Purpose Church. She has kept us organized. She has challenged us to constantly be better. And honestly, families, I'm grieving about this because Courtney has become such a close friend to me and to my family and to all of us on our team. And so, I'm beginning to kind of climb out of the dark pit that I've been in, just thinking about Courtney not being with us. And while I'm excited about the future, and I believe God has really incredible things in store for student ministries and HSM, I also know that he has really great things in store for Courtney and her family, but we are sad to see them go. So I wanted to give Courtney an opportunity just to share a little bit of her heart with you guys and kind of say goodbye, as her last day at Purpose Church will be May 16th.
Yes, thank you, Eric. And we are definitely excited about this new adventure for our family and, all that's to come. And I think it's going to be awesome. But of course, we are sad too. And as you all know, Purpose Church is such a special place. And I've just been involved in our high school ministry. I think it's been for the last 13 years, actually. And I just have such a heart for students. I appreciate you parents so much too. And so I just really wanted to thank you for all the support and the love and the encouragement throughout the years. You guys mean a lot to me, and I've gotten to walk alongside a lot of your families for a lot of years. That's one of the blessings with staying in the same place for so long. And I just wanted to share something I feel like the Holy Spirit was putting on my heart. It has to do with how much we partner with parents and how much that partnership matters in our ministry. So 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, I was on our Peru team for our high school ministry, and I was just feeling so emotional because we were going to be gone for 10 days and I was leaving my kids. I was feeling all the mom guilt. And one of you parents, I don't think she's on here, but it was Rachel Harshberger. She wrote me this card that just so spoke to my heart in the moment that I was in. And I literally have kept it in my backpack for 2 years in the same spot. I think I will forever, because it just meant so much to me. So I just wanted to encourage you parents, as much as you can encourage this team of amazing leaders on our student ministries team, just know that it means a lot to them. And so I just want to shout out our team, all of you guys. They're like a family to me. And as hard as this year has been, it's been the biggest blessing getting to work all together as a team and just grow so close to each and every one of them. They've impacted my life. So I just want to thank all of you guys. And then specifically with our HSM team, with Claire, Pastor Claire, you guys know how incredible she is. And she's just one of those people where your life is better by her being in it. So it's been amazing to see her impact on your students. And her smile just lights up your day. And then to Eric, as you guys know, we all love and appreciate him, but it has just been absolutely incredible to work for him. He's been the best boss I could imagine, has made this job the best job ever for being a mom. So grateful for you, and just absolutely a joy to work with you. So thank you again, parents and leaders and students that are all on this Zoom. And I will look back at the last many, many years and just, it just warms my heart that I've gotten to serve here for this time. So thank you guys for letting me share that.
Courtney, we will miss you so much, and I so appreciate you. I did let Courtney know that she needed to say those nice things about me in order to get her last paycheck. So I want to go on the record saying, Court, we are going to give you your last paycheck for those things that you shared. But really, Court, this place, your leadership is all over this place, and we are so, so grateful for you. So feel free to throw something in the chat if you want to just say thanks to Courtney or encourage her or anything that you'd want to say, parents or leaders or students. We love you so much, Court. But along with that, there's some also exciting transitions happening. And so I'm going to let Claire go ahead and share some of that.
Yes, exactly. So Courtney, we love you so much. We miss you already, but again, your impact is going to be so lasting. And so we're really excited for what God is doing on our team and to continue building on the foundation that He's helped you make, Courtney, in our student ministries. So we're really excited. Our high school team is going to look a little different. So Eric will continue to be our high school pastor. And if I have not gotten the chance to meet you yet, my name is Claire, and I am our high school associate pastor. And we're really excited to welcome Haley Newman for our interim HSM coordinator through this summer. Woohoo! Shout out to Haley. Haley has been our high school intern this year as she is in her senior year at Azusa Pacific University. And so we're really excited for her to officially come on staff for this position. So Haley, you're out there on the Zoom world. Do you have anything that you would like to share with our Purpose church family?
Yeah, I'm Haley. As Claire said, I'm really, really excited to be joining the team. I've gotten to work with them the past few months through my internship, and it was kind of a no-brainer to want to continue this with them. As you guys know, I could never replace Courtney Romero, and I've got some pretty big shoes to fill, but I will do my best to be the best Haley HSM coordinator for this summer. So yeah, I'm excited to get to know all of your students more and get to work at Purpose Church for the summer. So thank you, Claire.
Yes, amen. Haley, welcome. We love you so, so much. And again, we're really excited for what God is going to do in this next season. And with that, I'm going to pass it off to Pastor Jason to share with us the 5th, 6th, and junior high team.
Yes. Also, if you have not yet met me, my name is Jason, and I'm the FSM/JHM associate pastor. I just want to say how much of an honor it is to work with you parents and just be able to serve these kids every single Wednesday, Sunday, every day of the week, honestly. But this is what our staff is going to look like going into the summer. We have JT Martinez, who is our FSM and JHM pastor. He has recently just hit his 2 years here at Purpose yesterday. So we can give a quick round of applause for him and just his commitment to Purpose and to the kids as well. Also, if you haven't met Miranda Van Beer, she's also on this call. She talked earlier. She's our new FSM/JHM coordinator. She has been learning so much and just doing an amazing job and just progressing, not just in terms of admin things, but also with the kids and relationship aspects. And then also we have Monica Dortha, who is our FSM/JHM intern. She has killed it, has been going above and beyond every single week, every single month. And she's also one of our 5th grade leaders. So also, if you get the chance to have her, one of your kids are in her life group, you guys are blessed because she just loves kids genuinely. And I just want to say on the behalf of our FSM and JHM staff, we can't wait for this next season, what's going to happen, how God's going to work, and just the opportunity that all of us have just to serve your kids and just to serve every single one of you guys as well.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much, Jason. I appreciate that. Miranda, we can go ahead and X out of this just so we'll be able to see more faces. Thank you, Miranda, for leading that. But Pastor JT and I want to lead a little Q&A time right now for any of you parents or students that have any questions. If you think your question is a general question that other parents and students would benefit from, then we'd love to take those right now. We'll also be staying on a little bit later if you want to meet with Pastor JT and I and talk through things. You're also going to have the opportunity to meet with your student's life group leader. That presentation went way quicker than I thought it was. It's only 7:34. So we're excited to get a little bit of time for you parents to meet your student's life group leader. And so if you have questions for just JT and I privately, there will be time for that at the end, or for the you want to meet with your life group leader. But we wanted to open it up right now in case there are any general questions about anything that we've talked about. We know we shared a lot of information about what Sundays and Wednesdays and summer camp and online ministry are going to look like. And so parents, if you want to, let's see, probably the best way to do this is if you want to, I always forget how to do this. Somehow you can raise your hand and let us know that you have a question. Claire, how do they do that again? How do you raise your hand? If you have a question?
I believe that if you click the participants button, it will give you the option to raise a hand.
Yes. So families, parents, students, go ahead and raise your hand if you have a question. We'd love to get to you and then answer those. Okay, so I see Cindy has a question. Cindy, go ahead and take it away. What's your question? I'm sorry, Cindy, I couldn't really hear you. Okay, great question. So Cindy was asking, when do students transition up to their next ministry? For students going into 5th through 8th grade, that transition will be June 6th. That's Promotion Sunday, June 6th. That's when a 4th grader will begin going to FSM, will be that June 6th. For Wednesday night, so specifically for high school students, that will be June 23rd. So June 16th is our all student worship night, which all students are invited to, but they'll specifically meet their high school students will meet their new life group leaders or the life group leaders that are coming with them. They'll be a part of our program beginning June 23rd. So if your student's entering 9th grade, that's June 23rd on that Wednesday night will be their first time with their life group leader. If you have a 5th through, if your student is going into 5th grade or into 8th grade and anything in between, then that will be June 6th. Thumbs up, Cindy. Did that make sense? Okay, thank you. All right, let's see. Do we have any other questions? Let's see. Kim family. There we go. We see you guys.
Hi, I was just wondering, I know that in the past there's been an effort to kind of have the same kind of leader for 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, like throughout journey with the students through the whole high school. Are they going to still do that? I have an 8th grader now going to enter 9th grade in the fall. So I'm just curious.
Yes. I want to thank you so much for asking that. It's so funny because even as you ask that, it's like so core to our ministry that I even forget to talk about it. And yet it's so unique from what I hear in other youth groups that it's so worth talking about. Our student ministries team really highly values consistency for students. And so if you want to be a leader in our 5th, 6th, or junior high ministry, you have to be willing to make 2 years commitment because we want 5th and 6th graders to have the same leader, and we want 7th and 8th graders to have the same leader. In order to serve in our high school ministry, you have to be willing to commit for 4 years. And it's the number one reason that great potential leaders aren't able to join our team because they just can't make that commitment. And yet we hold firmly to that because we love seeing the same leaders walk with students. We find that students are way more open about their own lives, their struggles, and what God's teaching them when they're with a leader that they know and they trust. And that takes time. So yes, our commitment to you in student ministries, to all of you parents, is that we do our absolute very best when we recruit our leaders to make sure that they are going to commit for either 2 years in 5th, 6th, and junior high, or 4 years in high school. Now, I'd say that happens 90% of the time. Every once in a while, a leader has to dip out for this reason or that reason, but our success rate is pretty high on this. So yes, specifically for your son that is going into 9th grade, we already have those leaders locked in and they've committed for their 4 years as the other leaders are as well. Did that help? Was that good? Okay. Awesome. And thank you so much for reminding me about, because that's so core to what we do. And so I appreciate you reminding me to communicate about that. All right. Any other questions? Such good questions. Anyone else out there? Okay. All right. Fantastic, parents. Well, hey, be looking for camp registration to open up June 6th. Again, this is an amazing opportunity to invite lots of your students' friends, to encourage them to come to our camp. We're trying to keep the price affordable and so much fun so that a student who doesn't know Jesus is excited to come and hang out, and they'll meet Jesus in the process. Okay, I think we have the Lau family question.
Good evening. We were just kind of curious. It sounds like you guys are having everyone come in person, so it doesn't sound like there's much offerings for students that want to stay online. Am I correct?
JT, you want to take that?
Yeah, you know, one of the challenges that we're facing with the online thing is we're spread thin with our tech team. To be real frank with you, we've had a meeting and it's getting a little bit more challenging with the amount of work they have to do. And we've been lucky enough to get so much commitment from them. So our goal is still to offer for at least this whole next year the online option on Wednesday. The reason why we have to do it more broken down is because of just really we don't have enough resources to do a whole program anymore like that. So our goal is still to do announcements. You're still hearing the message, which is great. Yeah, we're going to be losing like a game and worship and things like that. But our prayer is that, you know, the message is what we really hope is going to be encouraging still, and understanding. We know there's still parents that don't feel comfortable coming back, and we're doing everything we can in order to provide something still great. We just have a few obstacles that we're facing, right, Eric?
That's perfect. Yeah. So again, if we had it our way, we'd have enough resources to be able to do a full-fledged online program and in person. But the heart of our online program is really our messages, because they set up our life groups for conversations. And so your students will still be able to have online life groups, still be able to have the online message. And then as you as parents and families begin to feel comfortable, we'd love to see your students come back physically, but know that the online program will be there indefinitely. In fact, and we actually have been working hard with our tech team. We're not just going to stream, you know, the high school service, but JT and I and our other communicators, we're going to be taking turns so that your students will hear from the 5th, 6th junior high team. They'll hear from the high school team, to kind of try to meet some of those needs.
And that was the biggest reason why we're going to maintain our same sermon series together, because we understand that that's still going to be something that, you know, we're going to still see, and we wanted to stay in tune. So no students missing out in life group. We would hate to see a student online go into life group and not know what's going on because the messages are different or whatever the case may be. So, yeah.
That's great. That's great. Cindy, did you have another question? Camp, yeah, great question, Cindy. Summer camp dates are July 19th to the 21st. So parents, we know that you guys plan vacation times. We're going to continue as we, you know, expand and do different kinds of camps in the, you know, months and years ahead. We're going to continue to work really hard to keep those camps on the same week and weekend for all of our students. We recognize that you have summer vacation plans, and it can be complicated to have one student go this week and the next student go the other week. And so we're going to really work hard to get those aligned every summer and every winter, to make it easier for you as a family, and to make it more beneficial for you to send your students to camp. July 19th to the 21st.
I'm sorry, I just want to, go ahead, Cindy.
Yeah, that's a great question. Could we put those graphics? Claire, would you mind putting those updated graphics in the chat right now so that parents can see those?
Yes, I'll do that.
Okay, cool. Thank you. They're under the student ministries and then parent stuff folder. Awesome. Thank you. We'll get
real
those
quick, Eric.
Yes, JT.
FSM and JHM parents, I just wanted to give you kind of a reason why we're all meeting in the JHM currently on Sundays too, because maybe some of us are like, where's the FSM room at? We're remodeling the entire FSM room, so it's going to take some time. So that's the reason why we're doing program in the junior high. Once the FSM room is done remodeling, that's when 5th and 6th graders can go ahead and go in that room. But I just wanted to give you that update. It will be done by that split on that Wednesday in June. So I just wanted you guys to know in case there was like questions on like, why are they just going to the junior high room? So that is the reason why. So
thank you, JT. That's awesome. Rebecca, I see your hand up.
Hi.
Hi.
I just had a quick question, kind of off the subject, but I saw that the church is going to have like a VBS camp for the kids going into 5th grade. Are the kids from the 5th and 6th ministry able to help volunteer?
Yes, that's a great question, Rebecca. So I've been talking to Pastor Lisa about this. So what Pastor Lisa is envisioning is we're still going to allow like the incoming 5th graders to attend that VBS. And I'm actually me and my staff will be the leaders for that group, which is going to be nice. And we are okay with having 6th graders help out and serve at that specific VBS and stuff. So there is a serving opportunity, but we're going to have those incoming 5th graders actually be a part of it, where myself and my team are going to lead their specific group for that camp.
Okay, so like my daughter Emma, she's going into 7th grade. Would she be able to volunteer in some capacity there?
Absolutely, we would love to see that.
Okay,
yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
For all things in terms of, and that's for high school students too, one of our favorite things is serving at VBS that week. Again, it's a 3-day thing, very similar to our summer camp. It'll be a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If students want to serve in that goes through Pastor Lisa and her kind of process and everything. So if your student's interested in that, we'll reach out and we'll figure out ways to do that even easier for you. But if you want to reach out to Pastor Lisa, that's the best way to do that. Awesome. This is great. Great questions, parents. Any last questions before we pivot to our to meeting some of our life group leaders? Okay. All right. Well, as always, parents, our team, we pride ourselves on being available to you parents. We really see what we do as a partnership with you parents. Our goal is not to take your kids from you and do all the work and have all these spiritual conversations and be totally disconnected from you. We want to resource you as parents to have spiritual conversations. We want to partner with you. We really believe that you parents are the primary.
Yeah, I'm in a meeting.
Amen, Jeremiah. Thank you. We believe that you parents are the primary disciplers of your students, and we have the privilege of coming alongside you in that. And so our phone numbers, our emails, all that stuff is on there, is on our webpage. Feel free to text us, email, call us. We love working closely with parents. Also, Claire just put the 2 text update graphics for FSM and JHM and HSM. If you parents want to just download those real quick or take a screenshot of them or whatever. Also, if for some reason you forget those or you want to get on the group, again, the best way to stay informed is through our text updates. So feel free to reach out to any of us and we can help get you subscribed really easily. It's free. You get text updates. And once you're subscribed, then you'll continue to get text updates all the way through graduating senior year. And so we want to make that really easy for you parents. So again, thank you so much for joining us. What Claire's going to do right now is Claire's going to populate. Claire, why don't we have the 5th through 12th group? And then if you can add one for JT and I, and why don't we do JT, Jason, and Claire? And so if you want to talk with one of us student ministries pastors, you can join our group. If you want to go to the group, to the breakout session that your student will be in to meet your life group leader, they'd love to say hi to you and connect. So Claire, do you want to go ahead and pop those up there?
Yes. All right. I think the room should be open.
Perfect. So parents, thank you again so much for joining us. Feel free to jump in a room or sign off, whatever you want. And we are so excited to have an amazing summer of ministry together.